Hello everyone, this is Medical Gateway, and today we're going to study regarding transport and storage of iron. So, if we eat something which has iron in it, the iron goes into our tummy, so the iron basically reaches the intestines. Now, there comes apotransferrin from liver, and iron combines with the apotransferrin in the intestine, and transferrin is formed. Now, transferrin is a form basically in which the iron is being transported in the blood. Now, this iron in the form of transferrin is now being transported where it is utilized. Now, iron is basically utilized for erythropoiesis and hemoglobin formation. So this iron goes to the bone marrow, and where there is erythropoiesis and erythroblast formation, and it is being utilized in the formation of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is an oxygen-carrying protein in the red blood cells, and as discussed in the previous parts, hemoglobin has iron in its structure. So iron is utilized to form hemoglobin. Now, is this the only thing which is formed by iron? No, there are some other things which are also formed by iron, like myoglobin. Now, as hemoglobin is an oxygen-carrying protein in the red blood cells, myoglobin is the oxygen-carrying protein in the muscles. Now, then we have cytochrome and cytochrome oxidase. Iron is also utilized to form cytochrome and cytochrome oxidase. Now, these are cytochrome and cytochrome oxidase are involved in the electron transport chain, which we have read in the mitochondria, in the chemiosmotic mechanism of ATP production in mitochondria. Then we have peroxidase and catalase. Now, these are the enzymes. Peroxidase is an enzyme which is basically involved with the oxidation of things, and whereas catalase is the enzyme which keeps a check on the process of oxidation so that it remains in a balanced form. Okay, so these are the things which are formed by iron. Now, iron is utilized in forming these all substances. Then the extra amount of the iron goes to the liver and reticular endothelial cells of bone marrow for storage. Now, this iron will be converted into the ferritin. The main storage form of iron is ferritin. So iron combines with apoferritin and it is converted into ferritin. Okay, just similar to the previously, where apotransferrin was made by liver, iron combines with the apotransferrin and transferrin is formed. Similarly, now iron combines with the apoferritin and ferritin is formed. Now, transferrin is the form in which the iron is transported, whereas ferritin is the form in which the iron is stored. Now, this ferritin is soluble, small storage form. Now, if the amount of the iron exceeds the amount of the apoferritin, this means that we have additional iron. Now, this additional iron will be stored in the form of hemosiderin. Okay, now if we have excessive amount of iron in body, that we have utilized all the apoferritin stores, so ferritin has reached its maximum capacity of production. Now, this iron will be converted into another storage form, which is hemosiderin. Now, hemosiderin is pretty different from ferritin. Ferritin is a soluble form, whereas hemosiderin is insoluble form. Okay, ferritin is a small storage form, whereas hemosiderin have large clusters. It has such large clusters that it is visible from the microscope. Okay. Now, so the iron has transferred to the bone marrow, it is utilized, it is stored. Now, one other source of iron is whenever these RBCs, the red blood cells, complete their 120 days of life cycle, these RBCs are destroyed. These RBCs are basically eaten up by monocyte macrophage system, and these RBCs are destroyed, and their iron just comes out of the RBCs. Now, this iron goes to the storage form. This iron is being stored in the form of ferritin. Okay, so we have discussed all these things, but just one thing is left regarding the iron, is that how the iron is basically excreted out of the body. So that there is daily loss of 0.6 mgs of iron through feces. Okay, so there's daily loss of 0.6 mgs of iron through the feces. And in the menstruating females, the daily loss of iron during menstruation is 0.7 milligrams. So during the menstruation, the combined loss of iron becomes 0.7 plus 0.6, which is 0.13 mgs. Okay, so this is all regarding the transport and storage of iron. The things to remember are what are the things which are formed by the iron, and then the most two important things are that iron is being transported in the form of transferrin, whereas it is stored in the form of ferritin. So this is all regarding transport and storage of iron. See you in next part.